Hi everybody, I'm actually jumping on here as I'm editing this video. I filmed this video about a month ago and I'm just getting around to editing and uploading it now. So I wanted to just jump in here and let you know that, because sometimes when I do this where I film voiceover videos and I'm talking in the present tense and then I upload them a month later, people get a little confused. So wanted to say that this is happening now. In the past, and at the time my arm was very broken and I apologize, I kept talking about it, but that's why my hand is like, my handwriting was terrible and my hand's all swollen and dry because it had been in a cast and all that. So anyways, okay, that's all my editing notes. Enjoy the video. Hello everybody, this is Lauren of Plan Mosh Plan. Welcome back to another plan with me. If you are new to my channel, or even old I guess, this is a slightly different plan with me than I usually do. However, I do put these up every so often. This is a functional plan with me in my Plum Paper Planner. So if you are not new to my channel, you probably know that I do like memory planning style in this planner right here, where I just kind of scrapbook, creative journal, whatever, my memories of the week after it's completed. But I also do a lot of functional planning way more consistently than I do my memory planning. I use this Plum Paper Planner. I don't film these all the time because this really is a working functional planner that I have open next to me all day and I'm working in and out of all day. So it's hard to sit down and just do it all at one time. However, if you haven't watched my videos lately, or my last video, I did break my arm a couple weeks ago, and so I wasn't able to write for a couple weeks before my doctor told me I could start doing it again. So long story short, everything that I was planning over the past 2 weeks, I wasn't really able to put in here, so I thought I would just sit down and do it like on camera for those of you who I know there's a certain group of people who are subscribed just for these kinds of videos. So this is for you. Okay, so I always talk through what my process is. Like I said, normally I have most of like the big stuff that I have planned ahead written down. I just write it in as I go, but the way that I do that in this Plum Paper Planner, it is a functional, or I think it's called a vertical ME planner, so I'll link everything down below. I use a highlighter system. Again, I have an Amazon store where I'll link, besides the Plum Paper Planner, I'll link all the supplies that I use, which is really just my favorite pen, the Uniball Signo DX in .38, and then these mild liners. So I have a color coding system where I use pink for anything important. I use orange for coming and going is how I think of it. It's just anytime somebody is somewhere where they're not normally, so any kind of like location, like this is marking that Steven is going to be out of town for this week, or working from home, whatever, I use to mark that. Yellow I use to highlight anything that's timed, like an appointment or a class that's not something social. And then green, I highlight the actual time, so if I write 4 p.m. I would highlight that in green. Purple is for events. I don't think I'll be using this week. This is for just big events like a wedding or a baby shower or something like that. And then this other purple color I've been using to mark COVID specific things. So I think I'll probably just use that one time. Okay, this is a note that I wrote down for an appointment that I have. And I'm gonna just flip over and zoom you in and kind of get started here. All right, so the first thing that I do is I fill in the sections. I really like this planner because it has sections, so it's not just like free for all. I have specific sections, and again, I've literally been doing this for, I don't know, 6 years or something, so I know the sections by heart, but I like to write them down, and I use them. Also, apologies if my handwriting is bad. Again, I broke this arm. It's currently broken. I'm just using it because my doctor told me I should start doing that, but my handwriting looks like crap. Anyways, okay, here are the sections. I'm going to turn it this way for you. This is tracking. I just kind of use this as a kind of throw away whatever section, anything left over gets put here, but I also use it to track specific things, like if I'm on medication or something like that, I'm not, but if I, you know, whatever, I would track it here. This is for social and appointments. This used to be 2 different sections, but Plum Paper in this version of the planner got rid of one of the sections, so now there's only 6. Previous years there were 7, so I combined those, and it ended up not being that big of a deal with COVID being this year. I have 2 sections of to-dos. I write my to-do list every day here, and then I have a work section. I just put meetings here. I have a separate planner for work, and then this is my today section where I write, you know, things that happen on a day. For instance, my coworker's due date is this day, so that would go there. Okay, so that is how I fill in the sections, and then I have this notes section here where I write. Right now I've been keeping track of the week of work from home that I'm in because of COVID. This was like a much more novel concept at the beginning, but now it's just kind of funny. And then I also will I just kind of use the section to write stuff that is not necessarily a to-do, but also doesn't like fall into the rest of the week. So for instance, I'm going to put here that Steven is in Hawaii, because that's kind of the like big thing that's going on in my life this week, just kind of like a weekly, that's what's happening this week kind of thing. I also use the section if I want to do shopping or if I need like a gift list or something. I often use that for this, and I just scribble notes. Like if I'm on the phone and I need to write down someone's phone number or something, that's where that goes. Okay, the to-do section. This is just a running list. Every week when I'm planning out, I just take anything that I did not get done on the list from this week and I move it over. So I still need to unpack our bathroom. I don't have the storage that I want for it yet. We recently moved. I have some finance stuff that I need to sort out. And then I really did everything else. Right now I'm filming this. It is Saturday, October 17th. So I will fill it out a little bit more, I think, probably on Monday, as normally I sit down on Mondays and do all this. I'm just doing this today. Like I said, special circumstances. All right, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit again. How do I do that? There we go. I'm doing it with my left hand and I don't know how to do things with my left hand. Okay, so I don't have too much that I need to write down for Monday and Tuesday. I'm actually going to be out of town on Thursday through, sorry, that was my phone, Thursday through Saturday, so, Thursday through Sunday. So really Monday and Tuesday for me are going to be work days, and I'll probably end up working really late, and I probably won't do much else besides work on these 2 days. So I don't have anything right now that I need to fill in. However, I am going out of town on Thursday, so I started booking appointments and stuff for Wednesday. Wednesday, I think I booked this is what I booked for Wednesday. I booked a laser appointment, and when I say that, I'm the kind of person that needs a planner because I can't function without it. This is what I'm talking about. I was on the phone, booked this appointment, and by the time I got off the phone, I don't remember what time I booked the appointment for, so I have to call back. My mom is like the opposite. She could literally, someone tells her a time, she'll remember it for the rest of her life. Me, I don't write it down in my planner right away. I'm literally worthless. I think it's at 11:40. But anyways, I have that happening, and I blocked off my meetings because I also have like 5 meetings this day. So I blocked off the rest of my calendar so that I can do that. I'm just gonna put 11 something laser appointment, and I'm gonna write that. So okay, I'm gonna let this ink dry for a second, and before I go in and start highlighting it with the different colors that I'll need to highlight. I also have somebody coming on this day to help me out a little bit. I think I've said it 3 times now. I broke my arm and my husband's out of town, which means I can't really do a whole lot of stuff because I can't really lift or pull or grab anything. I can kind of just, like, writing's okay, but I can't, like, pull a load of laundry out or like put away dishes or something. Anything heavy like that I can't do. So someone's coming to help me do some chores around the house before I leave. And she's gonna be here from 5:45 to 8:45 to just kind of help me do stuff while he's gone. So again, these are going under the appointment section just because these are just like scheduled things, and I will highlight them in a second when I am done. Or not when I'm done, once it's dry. So, all right, I'm gonna fill in the, I'm gonna fill in this right here, the words, and then I will come back. Okay, so I pulled up some stuff on my phone for this second half of the week. I am going to be down in Palm Springs from Thursday through Sunday. And so I'm going to write down some of the flight information. I'll fill in more of the details, obviously, off camera for, what do we call it? What? I can't think of the word. Whatever, it's just, it's personal. Okay, so my girlfriends and I normally go to Stagecoach. If you're not new to my channel, you've heard me talk about this for years. So anyways, we go to Palm Springs every year for Stagecoach. It's in Coachella. And then we, sorry, I'm having trouble writing and talking at the same time. I don't know how people do this. Anyways, we go to Stagecoach every year in April, and it got pushed this year because of COVID to this weekend originally before it got canceled. So when it got pushed, we stay at my friend's grandparents have a house down there. We stay at their house, and they like booked that weekend originally, and then even though it got canceled, we're like, we'll still just go anyways, just to have a girls' weekend down there. So that's what I'm doing, which I'm really excited about. So I leave on Thursday. I'm gonna work on Friday during the day, and then I'm gonna come home on Sunday morning. So gotta get that one. It's early. However, I'm less worried about it because normally when I do this flight in the spring, I'm like so hungover from being at the festival for 3 days. But here, I don't think I will be because it's, well, maybe I will be. It won't be as much of a problem. I don't think it'll be quite the same. Okay, so what I'll do, I'm going to actually flip back over to this side for a second because I think we can highlight. I still do need to call to figure out what time this appointment is. I think it's 11:40, but it could be 11:50. I really don't know. Are you like that? Do you hear a time and then you just know the time forever, or do you have to write it down within seconds before it leaves your brain? That I always get comments on these videos where people are like, oh my gosh, you're so organized. I'm like, the only reason I am not organized, the only reason I am, or it looks like I am, is because if I don't do this, my life will fall apart and I will just be like a floating mess. My mom always said if my head wasn't attached to my shoulders, I would forget it. Okay, I'm also going to highlight this right here, week 32 of work from home. I use this color to mark COVID specific stuff. I think I said that before. All right, flipping back over. Sorry, this is always a lot of flipping. So I'll wait for this to dry to kind of highlight that. And then I have an appointment also for this day at Dry Bar. Another thing that I cannot do is wash my own hair. So now that Steven is going to be gone for a week, because he's been doing it for me because he's such a doll, I my solution that I thought of was that, okay, I'll just go to Dry Bar and get a blowout and they can wash my hair for me. So that works great, I think. And I get a blowout before my weekend away, which is great. Okay, so I got a blowout that I'm just gonna go run during lunch and take my lunch at Dry Bar. I literally live I can walk to one in like 5 minutes now, which is incredible. Okay, so that is at 12:30. Dry Bar blowout. I actually live like right next door to one of the other places that I used to go, and I probably should have just booked there. Okay, so I have a ton of meetings again on Thursday, but I did block off some of my calendar. So I'm going to be hopefully packed already, but I'm just going to mark pack because I did block off like the last hour or two of work to make sure that I'm not like packing stuff and people are calling me and I have meetings or something like that like an hour before I'm supposed to leave for the airport. So I did block that off. So I'm gonna write pack and I'm gonna write 3 p.m. just because that is the time that I blocked off my work calendar to do that. I also remembered too that I have this info about, this is my first time doing laser hair removal. I don't know if you've ever done it before. If you have and you have any tips, let me know. But I think I'm supposed to fill out forms the day before, some COVID forms, and it's supposed to be done 24 hours beforehand. So I'm gonna write that in my to-do list. And again, I need to call them because I never got like a confirmation. Which I think has the form, so that's on my list of things I need to do today. And then there's also going to be like a FaceTime with a nurse practitioner today, so I don't know when that is, and generally if I don't have a lot of info about something, I will either put it up top in the today or down here in the tracking section. So I'm just going to put it down here and say FaceTime with what are they called? Nurse practitioner? I don't know. I don't know why I have to do a FaceTime with a nurse to get laser, but whatever. Okay, so that is all filled out here. Again, sorry I'm jumping back and forth. This is just how my brain works. I don't know what we're going to be doing on Friday and Saturday. Probably just laying by the pool and... oh, that reminds me. Okay, laying by the pool. Something else I need to do is I have to shave within 24 hours of this happening. So I'm gonna mark that as something that I need to do on Tuesday. Oh, and then while Vicky is here, I want her to help me do a lot of the packing, help for like getting my suitcase, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Let me look at my work schedule real quick. I'm gonna turn this off for a second. I'll be right back just to make sure I'm not missing anything for work. All right, hi everybody. So it's now about a month later since I filmed this. We're into November and I'm just getting around to editing this video, and I realized that I didn't have the last clip of where I would have wrapped all of like this video up, but I thought it was maybe a good thing because to just jump back on here and do it now, because this is actually what the spread looked like when I finished it at the end of the week. I don't know if that makes sense for this, but this is what my week turned out looking like. So very different. A lot of stuff was obviously added in. You can see all my to-do lists and stuff. I covered up a little bit of personal stuff, but yeah, that is pretty much where it ended up. Hopefully I'll have the video for this week, the memory plan up soon. So if you like the memory plan and you like to see like how all of this ties into what I actually put in the memory spread, that'll be going up probably within a week of this video, hopefully. fingers crossed, but I think that's pretty much it for me for now. Thanks everybody. Bye.